Good day, grade 12s. My name is Carden Madzokere, and I'm the author and publisher of the Distinction Bound Student Textbooks. And welcome to 1.5. Now, as usual, study the graph below and answer the questions that follow. Okay, as we study the graph, what we see already is that average revenue is greater than average cost. Average revenue here is 12, and average cost here is 10 at 130 units. So basically, the firm is making an economic profit. Okay, another thing we see here is that the profit maximizing point is point A. Point B has no significance. Well, the only significance is that that's our cost at 130 units. Then point C has nothing, has no significance. If this was AVC, then the significance would be that it's the shutdown point. So since this is AC intersecting MC, where they intersect, it has no meaning. Okay, there is no significance there. So it's just there to confuse a learner if the question is identify the profit maximizing point. Now, that's it. Let's get to if we want to anticipate questions, which market structure, what is the heading, what type of profit, calculate the profit or loss. Yeah, they wouldn't specifically say profit if they also want to ask you to give a heading. Because if they say profit, then they'll have given you a clue. So they'll say profit or loss in that case. Well, basically that's that. They won't ask you quantity. That would be weird because there's only one quantity given. Usually they ask that if they give you. Here they can ask what's the market price. Well, the market price is 12 because we know that price is equal to D and AR and MR. They can also ask you identify the demand curve. The demand curve is AR equal to MR in this case. Well, that's it. Identify the supply curve in this graph. Yes, that will be MC. Another question could be, how will this equilibrium position change in the long run? Or they can say, in the long run, what can happen to price? What can happen to quantity? Well, those are possible questions. Let's get going to the first one. Something happened to my numbering, but just ignore. This is supposed to be 5.1.1, but computers act up sometimes. But let's treat it the way we see it. Number one, provide the above graph with an appropriate heading. Well, I anticipated this one. The appropriate heading can be economic profit, perfect competition, something along those lines. Which point indicates profit maximization? That will be point A. Clearly, you can see this must be from 2019, 18 going back. But no. I didn't do anything for 2019. This should be 2019. I didn't go beyond that, I guess. Reason, nowadays, such a question will be 1 mark. And this one is also 1 mark. So nowadays, we do 1, 1, 2, 2, 4 in that sequence. So they no longer ask like this. Okay, so in your exam, this exam that you'll be writing, this one will be 1 mark, this one will be 1 mark. Okay, indicate profit maximization, that will be point A. If for 2 marks now, they can say then motivate. The motivation is because that's where MC intersect MR. Okay, then how will price and quantity in this market structure change in the long run? Well, the firms are making economic profit. I'm not giving you what you should write yet. I'm just explaining first. Then I'll give you what you'd possibly write. So what's happening here is that this particular firm is making an economic profit, and clearly this is short run because perfectly competitive firms will not make economic profit in the long run. So this being, economic profit, it's a clear indication that this is the short run. So in the long run, the economic profit will attract new firms into the market, causing supply to increase. And if supply increases, then it's going to cause price to decrease. So price will decrease to as low as, say, 10 rand, and then firms will make normal profit, So going back to this particular question, it says then, how will price and quantity? Make sure you identify what it is that you're being asked. So you saying it will change to normal profit, you are not answering, because that way you will be answering the question, how will this equilibrium position change in the long run? Of which that's not what's being asked. What's being asked is two specific things. There they are. What will happen to price? So first you want to say price will decrease, say from 12 to 10. And what's going to cause that decrease, obviously, is the entrance of new firms into this market structure. There are no barriers to entry, so they will enter. And what's attracting them is the economic profit that is made by individual firms in the short run. So then you will say price will decrease and then quantity will increase as new firms enter. Then the last one, determine the profit, the total profit total. Make sure, not profit per unit or loss per unit. The total profit or loss made by this firm. Show all calculations. Okay, this will be easy. You say AR minus AC times quantity. That's simple. So it will be 10 minus 12, that's 2. 2 times 130, that's 260. Okay, so this one is very easy. Let's go to the answers. Okay, so when we go to our answers, what we see here is provide the above graph with an appropriate heading. That's economic profit in the perfect market. Yeah, that's what I said. Identify in the point that indicates profit maximization. That will be A. Then how will price and quantity specific? Like I say, price is going to decrease and then quantity is going to increase. And what's causing quantity to increase is basically the fact that new firms enter. I don't quite like the response that they gave. Yes, I don't quite like it. Then the last one, determine the total profit or loss made by the firm in this industry. Show calculations. Well, this is the formula that I used, not the long one. 12 minus 10 is equal to 2. Then 2 times 130, that's 260. Well, this has brought us to the end of this particular video. And I recommend that you continue going through the playlist. You are going to really understand these markets, and I wish you all the best in your exams. Thank you. God bless.